You're always so positive. I also want to be in that positivity forever, but there's this lot of negativity around. How do I avoid it? Look, there are two types of negativity, Pooja. One is negativity that's happening around you in the world. We're clearly in that scenario. There are people losing jobs. There are people dying. There are people walking 400, 500,000 kilometers to reach fucking home. And that's just negativity. It's just everywhere. It's racism in the US and some war happening somewhere else and something getting something. And then there is negativity which happens in our personal sphere of life, which is people around us who are negative, people around us who are creating these vibes. And even within that, there are two types. One is negative people around us, which are family, and negative people around us who are friends. So here is my three-pronged approach towards these three categories. Number one, I remember being in the audience where the Prime Minister of Singapore was once speaking. And someone asked him, what do you think is the biggest lesson you've learned as the Prime Minister of Singapore? And he said, the only lesson that I've learned, which has stayed with me, is that 99% of the problems that you go to bed with, you have no control over. 99% of the problems that you are worried about, you have no control over. There's shit that you can do. Nothing. And it takes a very different approach in life to be okay with that happening, because it affects us. It affects us. If there's something that happens, when we read it in the newspapers, we see it on the television, it affects us. So one is the admission that most of what's happening in the world is beyond your control. You can empathize with it. You can help it. You can contribute towards it. But you can't fix it. You can't. And there, at least my approach, which is not escapist, I genuinely believe I do a lot of good to myself by following this approach, is I shut out all negative content generating mechanisms in my life. I don't have a television. I don't watch the news. I read the newspaper only to keep myself updated, but not to feel emotionally bound towards all of that. I don't watch or listen to shitty WhatsApp groups. I am not on any. If they come, like literally they come and I swipe and I delete all the content. I don't even go through it. So I'm just part of those groups because, you know what, it's polite to be there, but I couldn't fucking care about the content coming in. Koi mar raha hai, koi Rahu, koi Ketu, koi ye aane wala hai, kuch wo hone wala hai. Don't care. I don't control it. If there's an earthquake tomorrow, can I fucking control it? No. Even if someone predicts it, can I do anything? No. So I don't let that bother me. So that's number one. Number two, negativity, that's because of family. That's the hardest one. So actually, let me treat that as the third one. The second one, which is negativity due to friends. I spoke about this on one of my videos, which is there are relationships that you have in your life which are energy sucking, and there are relationships that are energy giving. If you're in a relationship out of choice, you weren't born into that relationship, but you made that relationship as a choice, but it sucks the energy out of you, please take my advice and cut that relationship off from your life. It's not worth it. It will never work for you. It will only make you a miserable person. And it may seem like cold-blooded advice, but it is the right advice. Take it from someone who's fired more friends than anyone else I know. I believe in firing friends because friends at some point of time stop being friends. They become viruses. They become energy-sucking viruses. And I don't want that in my life. I am a great friend and I will more than happily help you, but you are not going to get my help at the expense of making me be energy drained. That's not going to happen. If you are not there when I go through that energy drain, you don't deserve my attention, my time, my energy at all. So I'm not going to be with anyone that sucks the energy out of me. I will only spend time with relationships that give me energy, that make me feel like I'm wanted, that I'm cared for, that I can do things for them and they appreciate it, and all those nice things. And those are relationships that we should value and spend more time towards. So that's my second approach. Third, family, hard one. My personal approach, I didn't choose them, which means I couldn't care. I genuinely couldn't care. Like, I'm close to my immediate family, my wife, my kids, my parents. But beyond that, I'm not close to anyone. And I couldn't care less. I honestly couldn't. Because it's not my choice. It was imposed on me. It's not that I chose those individuals. I was just born into it. So I am not going to just stick around just because they were randomly selected as my relatives. No, it's not worth it. My life is more precious to me than anything else. My peace, my happiness is more precious to me than anything else. If there's anyone else who comes in my way of doing that, I will just cut them off. With parents, you can't. So you have to deal with it. Like, you really have to help them, work with them to find the cause of their negativity, their pain, their sorrow, their grief, and hopefully be the nice daughter, the nice son that will help them through it. Same with your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your kids, whatsoever. They need you. Like, those are relationships that I would say are very hard to say no towards. But rest. No, chacha, mama, tau, bua, fuck them, man. Seriously. Like, if they are not giving you the peace and the stability that one should get in a relationship, why the fuck would you care about them? Like, and if your parents insist that you should maintain the relationship, no, be a rebel. I have been one. So it's coming from first principles advice. Like, I'm not bullshitting my way through. This is what it is. So, you know what? Positivity is a choice. It's a choice, Pooja. It's a choice. Positivity is not something that you just randomly find because you encounter happy things in your life. It's a fucking choice. And you choose to be positive, and that only happens if you actively make decisions in your life to be around individuals that are positive. Be around information, news, content that is positive. If you go and visit an Instagram account that makes you feel shitty about yourself because of how you look and what you wear and what you eat, that is you consciously choosing negative shit. It is you, and you're to be blamed. It is your choice, and you're to be blamed. But if you go and get positively influenced by individuals who genuinely make you feel like you can become whosoever you wish to become, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do in life, that is the choice you're making for yourself in your life. I hope this helps. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that whenever we put up a new video, you're aware of it.